Okay, so today we're going to be talking about the new microchipping law here in Evansville, and I just wanted to ask Abby if you could give us a bit of a deep dive on it, because I mean, you did a deep dive already. If you could just tell us a bit more about it.
Yeah, sure. So, I think on March 9th, there was a law passed that all dogs, cats, and ferrets in Evansville are like required to be microchipped. And that's in the Evansville area. And so like in all pets have to be microchipped and all animals in shelters or in um at animal control need to be microchipped. So that makes it a lot easier to help animals be found whenever they're lost. It'll be so much easier for your pet to be found if they run away. And this and also like stray cats, like maybe neighborhood cats, sometimes neighborhoods just have a few cats and stuff. They'll also need to be microchipped, and that also keeps a pet safer or some stray animals safer because you know where they came from. It doesn't necessarily have to be people's information in the microchip. Um, so you can kind of like help keep track of animals and not have a lot of unknown animals running around the area. Um, but I know like once I got into research about like what microchipping was and how it worked, I saw there were a lot of like misconceptions and um plenty of people not getting their pets microchipped because of that. So I kind of wanted to get into like what like how to debunk that kind of fear, like whatever it might be. So we're going to be talking a little bit about that today.
Okay, yeah, because I feel like a lot of people think it's like some type of GPS tracking, or it's just like filling your information or something, but it's really not. Or they think it's like a painful process for their animals because we used to my family, we used to think that we used to just have collars on our cats, but eventually we did go and get them microchipped, and I mean it's such a quick and simple process, like you just
Mhm,
take them to
yeah.
the vet. And then it's really nice though, because if someone finds them and they take them to the vet, like anywhere, they can just like look them up in the system and contact us. So it's really nice in that way and stuff. So I think
Yeah, I
it's,
know. Like
you know
that's what we had a similar thing. Like my childhood dog, we got her microchipped in I think whenever we had her for about a year or so, because like before that, she would always run out the door as fast as she could anytime it was open. So
yeah.
at that point, it was like, yeah, it'd probably be better to get her microchipped. Even though we know she knows the neighborhood. She's like still a puppy. She's gonna run around, go crazy. Who doesn't? Who knows where she's gonna go? So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
definitely a lot safer, and it ensures that you will be the one to pick up your dog at a shelter and not somebody else.
Because like we would have like these air tags on them, like the air tag collars,
Hmm.
but it's just like sometimes those don't track correctly, and you're just kind of lost, like going around the town, like trying to hear this the little beeping noise, like trying to find them.
Yeah.
And so it's like, oh my gosh, like what the heck? But having that microchip, it's just really nice to have it, and it's not that expensive. Like if you have like different programs and stuff, and you work with the vet, makes it pretty, just a pretty easy process and stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah. So like here in the Evansville area, this is from I got this information from 14 News when they also did something on this. Um to get to get a permanent microchip, it's $25 at animal control just for the microchipping. Where spayed or neutered pets get you just had to pay like a single payment of $10, but not spayed or neutered pets need to have updated information, and that's $20 annually. But there are also free clinics that are offered. So, you can check like animal control's Facebook, or I'm sure a lot of shelters also put out information whenever that happens. So, um, pretty much just like if you need to get your pet microchipped or like have an animal in your neighborhood that should be microchipped, then you can check whenever they have free clinics.
Mhm. And
Yeah,
I also
which
think,
that is nice. Yeah.
yeah, because I was about to say, I also think that would just help more with like retention, like people not surrendering their animals more, or like if they
Hmm.
lost them, or just like just having these more cost effective, just like affordable programs, I think, because I feel like throughout most of the episodes we've had, that's like kind of a recurring issue. It's like, and so I feel like having such a affordable method with the microchips, I think that that's such a, just a nice thing to have and stuff. So yeah,
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
yeah.
And yeah, and I guess it is still a problem for like um animals to be like dropped off just on the road or whatever. Because like
Mhm,
actually this past weekend my one of my friends was at her friend's house and they found a dog that had been like dropped off just like in the neighborhood on the side of the road, and she didn't have a microchip. So like if she did, then we probably would have been able to find out who dropped her off in that area.
mhm.
Because it's like kind of near a forest, so like, and her friend has said like, yeah, they a lot of people drop off animals here because they just don't want them anymore. So, um,
Oh,
which I kind of forgot about that being a problem.
yeah.
Which is really really sad because it's a super cute dog. Um,
Mm,
and so like I guess at that point you'd be able to like find out who's dropping off animals in the forest too. It just
yeah,
kind of helped
yeah,
keeping track of things.
yeah. That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it was a few months ago, but there was just this random cat that like jumped in my mom's car. And we were like,
Oh
what
my
in the
gosh.
world? Yeah. And so we posted her online and stuff because she wasn't microchipped and she didn't even have a collar. It
Hmm.
was just like, who's cat? I mean, we eventually found out who the owner was, but it would have been so nice if, yeah, like a collar or a microchip. I feel like the microchip, it doesn't replace the collars. Like I think they work hand in hand, because
Oh, for
just
sure.
makes it a
Yeah.
bit easier, like overall and stuff. So yeah,
Yeah.
but
It definitely saves time to have a collar. Like a collar's really good. Like if somebody just picks up your dog, it's like, oh, here's the address, here's a number, and then you'll
hmm
get your dog back within like an hour or something. But it like I was saying earlier, my dog would always run out. She wouldn't always have her collar on. So if she ended
mm,
up getting lost or something, she could be taken
oh
somewhere
yeah,
else, and then they could find out who it was.
hmm
I mean, it's an extra step, but it's also an extra layer of security.
hmm
Um, so you get your pet back. But the thing is, like that was one of the things in the misconceptions that people were worried like, well, now my dog's just running around with my information in it, so like anybody can get it, which is not true. So how microchips work is that they send out like they have to be scanned, and once they're scanned, it activates like a little radio signal. So it's not on all the time. Like it has to be activated by a specific scanner, and that's at like vets and shelters and
Oh,
animal control. I'm not sure if every shelter would have it, but like
it
animal
gives
control, sure. You go
it
ahead.
gives yeah, like it gives like an ID number when it's scanned or something that
Yeah,
like okay, that's
yeah. Once
good.
you scan it, yeah, there's an ID number in there, so it's like of I don't want to say phone number. It's just like an ID number.
Hmm
And then then whoever scans that at the vet or animal control will get that number and match it up in a database on their computer. And then it pulls up your information. So the information is not in your dog or your cat or your ferret. It's in
Yeah.
it's on a computer, like on servers, all that. So, I mean, it wouldn't be anything that you wouldn't give anyways, like phone number, address, you know. It just like helps link it to your animal. So, yeah, your information isn't running around with your dog. It's safely in a computer where only like people that need to access it can access it.
What's up? And I mean, it's so small too, so it's like it'd be hard to like get all of your information like inside of this a small little chip. It's like the size of a rice cake. So, and then I'm sure they have to like verify, like go through some steps to be like before they give out that information. The vet
Oh
is who
yeah.
I'm saying, and I'm sure the vet is the one who like calls like, "Hey, we have an animal." So like they're just
Yeah.
not giving out anyone's information for for
Yeah, so
free and stuff.
it's totally safe and like whenever you because whenever I heard microchip, I would like think of like the big old like logic board in a computer.
Yeah.
Like the green thing and I was like, how do they
Hmm.
fit that in an animal? And I always felt bad like when I was little, I always felt bad petting my dog like on her back because I knew she got like the microchip. So I thought she
Yeah.
had like a whole computer in her bag, but no, yeah, you're right. It's really small, like a grain of rice.
Hmm.
Um,
It's kind of just like
and
a
the
vaccine.
yeah, it's like I think what I saw was um it's like very barely different from a regular routine vaccine.
Hmm.
Um, and they put it in like the back, yeah, the back of the neck, like where the scruff is, which is a lot less like sensitive in the first place because that's like where your animal is like held as a baby by their parents. Like they would hold them by the mouth. So like it shouldn't
Hmm.
be that sensitive if they're getting held by teeth. So
True.
um
And I mean, did you see anywhere like the process for healing? Because I feel like I'm trying to remember. I don't think it took a long time for it to like heal or anything like that. Like it was pretty rich time. Like like when you do spay and neuter, like it was around the
for the process of what?
like when they like for it to heal, like when they put it in, like it's
Oh yeah,
been
no,
like a
it's like
24
it's just a
hours.
vaccine at that point.
Yeah, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. It
But
doesn't
yeah,
take that long to heal at all.
so it's like the pet. Your pet isn't really hurt or anything, or the animal. So yeah.
Yeah, no. It shouldn't hurt more than a it's just like regular vaccine. Um so yeah, it's not don't
Yeah.
worry because it looks I saw like the sometimes they use a machine kind of thing for it and it looked a little bit scary, but like it's I mean, it just puts in, it's like under the skin. So it's not like deep, like in muscle or anything. It shouldn't hurt at all. It's just like right under the skin.
Mhm.
And that's probably because it sends out like a weak radio signal. So like it doesn't need to go through, it can't go through a lot of layers of
Mm,
like tissue or whatever.
okay. And so is it like for here in Evansville at least, is it just for specific animals or is it just any animal you can find, go take them and get them microchipped or
Yeah, it's like it's dogs, cats, and ferrets that are required to have it. Um, because like other pets are like not as common. I was thinking about because I had watched like the uh what 14 News was saying about it, and it was kind of a brief on there.
Mhm.
Um, but
It's,
I was wondering about like birds, but I guess it's not as common, and you would know if you were missing a bird.
That's
Uh,
true. Because I was thinking
yeah,
about like a rabbit or something like that.
yeah, that
If you
too.
had a bunny,
Rabbits. Um,
they're just hopping around. But I
yeah,
mean, I guess you would notice if you would probably
yeah. I
notice
guess
that.
you because usually like yeah, I guess because usually rabbits around here are like all the same. They all look pretty similar. Like they have the light brown fur.
Hmm.
So I guess it'd be different if you saw like a black and white spotted bunny. And you're like,
True.
oh, that's probably somebody's rabbit. Um,
But I mean, they're probably just cracking down on the cats and dogs just because of many of those animals end up in shelters, like
oh
overcrowding
yeah.
issue and stuff. Like how many cats were all throughout the campus here.
Oh
So,
yeah, we had like three or four different cats.
hmm.
I know for sure there were two and then another one at some point, but that was just within the past year. There was a ton of cats just wandering around. And they could have been like I'm sure one of them was like somebody's pet in the area and would always
Yeah,
just come here because of course it would get fed by a bunch of
y-
people.
yeah.
So of course the cat's gonna come over. But there were a couple others that were like didn't seem like they had a home, which you can like kind of tell
Mhm.
at to a degree. Like you can tell if a cat has an owner or just kind of lives like wherever.
Mhm.
Um, so that would definitely help. And I think they like you need stray cats to be microchipped, but if you have like a neighborhood cat, like um I know back home my in my neighborhood we have like a cat showed up and then all the neighbors kind of help take care of it. Just like put out food and water for her.
Mhm.
So it kind of a neighborhood cat. But if that were here, then she would need to be microchipped, I guess, I guess just as a general area. I'm not too sure. Or
Yeah,
um, if a single person needs to like have their information on there. I don't know. I guess either
yeah,
way would work.
yeah. I mean, it's probably just good to get them microchipped anyway. But yeah, but like whose
Yeah, for
information to
sure.
use. True. Yeah.
But yeah, that definitely outside of like stray animals and stuff that helps with overcrowding in shelters so much. Because say my dog like runs out without a collar and is lost, and then somebody picks him up and then takes him to a shelter, then then my dog who doesn't have a collar, oh, and doesn't have a microchip. I forgot to add that part. Um, my dog that doesn't have a microchip. I don't know where my dog is because nobody's contacted me because nobody knows who to contact for this lost dog. So then for the next like few weeks or so, I'm just going through all the shelters. Like, did somebody find my dog? Where's my dog dead? Like, I don't know what happened. Did somebody take my dog?
Yeah.
Uh, whenever like the dog could just be being held at a shelter, maybe in another county. Like I don't know where she ran off to or whatever. Um, so I would that just saves so much time um and worry on your end. Like you don't have to keep checking like where your dog is. But for
Mhm.
shelters, they don't have to hold these dogs for weeks or dogs, cats, and ferrets for weeks.
Mhm.
Um, because once they get a lost animal, like somebody comes in, hey, this dog was running around, I don't know where it's from, then they can like scan the microchip and like, oh yeah, the dog's from over here and we got the owner's information up on the screen right now, we'll call them for you. Okay, thanks, have a good day. So it just instead of looking around on your own for weeks, where's my
Yes.
animal, my poor cat. I don't know where my cat went. Um, then you can. you'll get a call from like shelter animal control within, I guess, from within hours to like a day, a few days. And that helps turn out so much. And also so you're because shelters can be really stressful for animals.
Mm,
Especially like if your animal has never been in a shelter, it can be really stressful because there's a lot of other animals, a lot of input, just like totally unfamiliar environment with a lot of input. So that saves your
mm,
animal some stress too. Um, so yeah, it's just a better situation overall, like just
yeah.
knowing where they are and that somebody can contact you, stuff like that.
Yeah. And it just, increases the chances that they can actually get back home. And just like you said, it helps the shelters and, it just affects the whole community, not just the pet owners and stuff. So I think,
Hmm.
I don't know, I just think it's really good that they did pass this law and, just kind of enforcing it a bit more, get the pets microchipped and hopefully people keep their info date and hopefully that's like an easy, seamless
Yeah,
process and stuff.
that is important. Like anytime you move or
Mhm.
have a name change, phone number, like any of your information changes, it's important to get that changed in the database as well. So that you can make sure like that is connected to your pet. And I think you can do that if you got your microchip done at a vet, you can do that. I'm sure animal control can do that. Um, I guess just talk to whoever you got the microchip from, what you did in the first place. Because I personally haven't like done it, but I'm assuming you can.
Yeah, you
I'm
usually,
assuming you can.
yeah, it's a it's a pretty simple process. Okay, like you can just call them up and they'll like change
Hmm.
it and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's what we've had to do because we've moved around a bit, but yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, so
Okay, everything for
I think
today's
we're good on
episode.
that. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's everything for today's episode, and we were just breaking down the law and what it actually means and stuff. And yeah, mark tripping is a pretty simple process that can make a really big difference. Thank you.